Hi guys, this is Ronnieorice. As you guys may know me, you guys probably have seen my uh, social media profile and all that jazz. So today I want to talk about, you know, getting, finding your motivation and keeping it. Okay. One thing I kind of hate about the word motivation is um, it kind of comes off as you need somebody to come in and just hype you up, or you need somebody to come in and just give you that spark. In which I'm all for that. But where I find that a lot of success is in the day to day, your habits, and what I find that works for me. And here's the thing: everybody's different. Everybody is, uh, can have different methods, but some might be outdated, some might be what have you. What I'm trying to tell you, what works for me. What works for me is charting. You know, I get this from Tim Ferriss actually, and if you guys don't know who Tim Ferriss is, let's see, I got his book somewhere around here. I got a couple of his books somewhere around here. He's written some phenomenal books about some great things, about business, health, travel, work, all that kind of jazz. But what I want to talk to you guys about is finding that motivation and staying on track. And the best way that works for me is tracking. Okay, and what I mean by tracking, I'm talking about you know, literally charting whatever it is that you're trying to do. So whether it's to drink more water, there's an app for it, right? If you want to read the Bible, there's an app for it, right? If you want to become more productive, there's an app for it. But one of the things that I like, because I think apps are good, uh, I'm not necessarily big on uh, just apps. I know this sounds crazy because I probably got 1,000 apps, but out of the 1,000 apps, I probably use 20 of them on a weekly basis or a daily basis, which probably goes to tell you something. And for whatever for those people out there, I'm not trying to knock anybody who's developed an app or who's uh, made $1 billion off an app. I think app has its place. I'm just saying for me, what I like about what I do is just simple. Everybody has a smartphone, whether you have an Apple, whether you have Android. We're not gonna get into that debate. I think the folks who have Androids might need to go see a psychiatrist. I'm just joking with you. Much love to my Android people. And forgive me for my chair. Whatever. But long story short, charting. So I use notes in my phone. Okay. So if I feel like that I'm spinning my wheels, which I'm pretty sure 95% of people out there can attest to feeling like this, where you feel like you clock in, or you wake up from kids to parents to job to extracurricular activities, you get to Friday or Saturday, you're like, man, what did I do? And for achievers and overachievers, that actually can be a pressure point for falling in depression or not really want to be motivated to do anything. So, with that being said, what I'm saying is, for me, I chart the hours I work. I chart meditation times. I chart workouts. I chart virtually everything. And the reason I got this idea from Tim Ferriss, and actually I don't even think he was intended to even be a point, but but I was reading about how intense he is in regards to writing books, how he's like note taking, referencing, and double checking with other sources in regards to the information that he's writing, things of that sort. And I kind of just got to thinking, like, what if I measure if I'm actually doing anything, right? So, prime example, me as a lawyer, you get a lot of people who come and ask you questions. Let's say you're at the barbershop and somebody's like, hey, let me ask you a question, what have you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I might take 10, 15 minutes to listen, and another 10 to 15 respond, and then get some call to actions or whatever, what have you. And then I'm like, okay, was that work or was that not work? And then, for me, I quantify that conversation, even if it's a friend or even if it's my barber, as work. The reason why I do that is because as a lawyer, I get paid for my knowledge, right? I get paid for my work too, but more so by my knowledge, because I can tell anybody to do what I want to, and tell them if tell them how to do anything, like how to file a motion or how to get out of bankruptcy or how to whatever the case may be. And the so that's knowledge, right? That's me engaging my brain to give a conscious decision. But then two, it's marketing. So what I do, from a business standpoint, and I'm gonna talk about this on my business video. What I do on my business is I say, okay, hey, I give you some free legal advice. At least you can do is give me a review, or you can do, hey, send me a referral, or hey, um, just do something. Those two things are basically the two things that I do. Some people might say, already doing too much, what have you, but those 15 to 30 minutes, I could have been doing something else, whether that was, smoking a cigar, or whether it's watching TV, whether that was spending time with my family, what have you. So I have learned to convert those 15, 30 minutes into something tangible, okay? Now, obviously, you would hope that, let's say they do a referral or they do a review, that in turn give you some type of business on the back end. So, so going back to how I kind of got here, finding what motivates you. So for me, motivating me is, feeling a purpose, right? Family, obviously, making money, to having my time to myself. And all those things are, those are my motivation. Now, the question is, how do you stay motivated, right? So if you're charting those, and I know this sounds super detailed, but I'm telling you guys, if you guys kind of in the slump, or you guys kind of feel like you're just spinning your wheels, take a week or two and chart everything, to record everything that you do. Or you can chart everything you do, or you can say, hey, I want to be more this, okay? I want to be more productive. I want to drink more water. I want to work out more. So then you say, okay, hey, I'm going to at least, I always like to say start off small, then go big. And do an odd number. Hey, let me go do 5 minutes of walking. Then what you find out is once you start walking, then you're like, when you get to the 5 minute mark, let's say you get on the phone, you get a grab a conversation with, catch up with your parents, catch up with your siblings, catch up with whoever. And then, 5 minutes ago, you got your timer set. I believe in that too. Setting your timer. You got to be very methodical with this. Because even though, you could be doing stuff all day, but you could be doing stuff that's not to your overall goal. And so, all in all, I want you to understand everything I'm saying. To find out what you're motivated about and stay motivated, one, you have to find out where you're spending your time at. And chances are where you're spending your time at is kind of where you're motivating at. So let's say if you spend a lot of time at the bars and hanging out, with different people, you might find that, your motivation is really to socialize, be with friends, and decompress. Then you say, okay, set specific times where you can go do that, and that doesn't infringe upon what your overall goal is, and whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Because I do believe you want to reward yourself, but at the same time you want to be careful what you reward yourself in line with what your goal is. So my classic example that I always tell people is, if your goal is to lose weight, and the way you're gonna lose weight is you're gonna work out 5 days a week. Well, the sixth day, you don't want to go just eat a whole bunch of garbage. You don't want to just go eat, not move for the whole day on the sixth and seventh day because you call it, rest day. Hey, just go for a walk, stretch, yoga, do something active that might not be as intense as a workout, but it definitely would help you. So that's my 2 cents on staying motivated. That's my 2 cents on becoming motivated. And then I guess I threw a third in there. Hey, chart, measure where you are. You guys have a blessed day.